we're all on the same page to start the season.
Let's do it.
But we would consider this season a success if we took our first step to respectability.
Okay.
If you have something to say, MP, now would be the time.
Setting your sights low like that, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. And no offense, Cliff, but that's a loser's mentality.
I understand where you're coming from. Satisfied with losing. I hate losing. It makes me sick. I get nauseous, headaches, you name it. But it's my job as the general manager to honestly evaluate this roster. And if I compare it to the rest of the league, it wouldn't be fair for me to say we have failed if we didn't win a championship.
I see what you mean, but if we don't win a championship, I'm the one that's going to be sick.
I love that about you. Surprise us and push us towards contention faster than I thought. Speaking of, we need to set your personal goals for the first half of the season. Coach Tucker's going to walk us through it.
We've got some strong opinions on what you should focus on, but we'd like to get your input too.
Okay.
This is a collaboration.
Career to be.
Visualizing.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, like meditation and manifestation, that sort of thing?
Well, why don't you manifest some opinions on this list of potential goals for the first half of the season? Let me know if anything speaks to you.
You want me to just pick one?
There's a lot to work on at this level. Always. And you'll do a little bit of everything, but we find that giving our players a list of specific goals to work on for the first half of the season is the best way to drive development.
All right, I'm with it.
It also allows us to give you some milestones to track your progress. We'll even highlight on our schedule some key games to use as measuring sticks.
That's that communication that you were talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Pick a goal.
You know what speaks to me, Coach? I want to prove that I'm the top player in my draft class. That feels like the best combination of realistic and aggressive.
That's a tough goal. You've got some extremely gifted players in your class.
And I'm here to prove that I'm the best of them.
Well, it won't happen overnight, but that's what we'll work toward.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fantastic. Wish being a GM was always this easy. One more thing.
Yep.
We got Media Day coming up.
Oh, I love Media Day. It's always been fun for me as a fan, so this will be cool.
Our PR director, Donna Chase, she's going to walk you through everything. She's great. You're going to love her. Brian, anything you want to add?
Just keep working. Yeah, we'll talk more about your spot in the rotation as we get closer to the season opener.
All right. Appreciate your time. Look forward to building something special here.
So do we.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Son, you look like an NPC. You need some new threads.
Time to talk rotation.
Great. I've been looking forward to this.
Every NBA player wants to start someday, and I'm sure you're no different.
I've never come off the bench a day in my life, Coach.
That's pretty much the case for every player in an NBA locker room, until they get to the league.
Right, of course.
There's no nice way to say this, so I'm gonna put it bluntly. You've got an established player in front of you. You want his spot, you're gonna have to take it from him.
Okay, that makes sense.
This team is a meritocracy. You get the minutes you earn. Nothing's given. It doesn't matter what your draft position is or how much you're getting paid. You get it done out there on the court, we'll put you in the starting lineup.
So just so I'm clear, how do you make that decision? Like, will you let me know when I've done enough to become a starter?
Yeah, we've got some milestones we want to see you hit. You hit them, we'll put you in the starting lineup.
This is all pretty straightforward.
Like Cliff said, communication is a big part of what we do here as a ball club.
I can see that, and it's much.
Good. Now get ready. It's almost game time.
All right. I'll see you later, Coach.
See you.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Yo.
So how'd it go with Coach? Any surprises? What'd he say?
Yeah, not really. If I want to be a starter, then I got to outplay the guy ahead of me. Simple as that.
Yeah. And that seemed fair.
It's sports. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, not to bring any extra motivation or anything like that, but you know only starters get endorsement deals, right?
I already know. You know, dudes on the bench ain't getting no shoe deal.
They're not. Not right now, but that day will come.
Okay.
For right now, let's just take this in. We in the league. I mean, you ever visualize something like this?
You know what, P, man? I never really thought about what the tunnel looks like, man.
No. I'm not talking about the tunnel. I'm talking about right here. You and me, you getting ready to play in your first NBA game.
Honestly, no. You know, nothing prepares you for this, man. No matter how many high-pressure situations that you face, this is different, man.
Or what about that open run I got you an invitation to? You know, things got a little heated between you know who, yeah?
Well, yeah, that was dope, but we didn't have 20,000 people watching us, man.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's different.
All right,
it's different.
Hey,
it's
hey.
different.
Yeah.
But hey, look, though, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. I know you gotta go win that game.
No doubt.
Yeah, so make Plainview proud, yeah?
You already know what it is, P.
You know. Plainview.
The National Basketball Association and the Utah Jazz are committed to a safe any of the sports behaviors such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engage.
The fans have been waiting for it. They want to see the debut of MP. He'll get a chance to show what he can do as they make their home debut. You can feel the And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and
so you never know what'll happen with some of these young players.
And we'll go courtside now to hear more about what's going on with MP.
Hey guys, a lot of excitement in the air as MP makes his NBA debut tonight. I asked him how he felt about his journey here, and he told me it hasn't been easy. I had to grow a lot as a person and as a player, but I'm ready to keep putting in the work and fight my way to the top. It's just the beginning of what could be a fantastic career. Guys?
Gosh, I love that kid. Hey, David, you can tell this organization expects big things from MP. Well, the start of MP's NBA journey begins now. These the first minutes for the first-round pick.
And I have high hopes for MP over the course of his career. This guy's a student of the game and was a fanatic about Jordan's Bulls when he was growing up.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Santi Aldama is out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Edey in at the center. Traps in the tray.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Just 2 seconds. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
MP outside. Got it up. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the quarter.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Jazz lead by 7. From Delta Center, back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Yeah, they really trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
Sexton is the point. Clarkson is in it too. Then there's Harris. Then there's Filipowski, and it's Hendricks in at the 4th. That's the group right now for Utah. So Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But Stan, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. Pass to Clarkson. Harris outside. Clock at 6. And he goes in for the dunk.
Great delivery on the pick and roll. MP with a good sense of timing.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. In for Santi Aldama. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. In third, the Jazz.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
Outside for Pippen. Jackson setting the pick here for Pippen. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
They set the pick. Down low. Here's Filipowski. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Filipowski's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz. The Grizzlies have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then at the other end, you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem.
And he's good on the three ball.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Outside Pippen. Pass to Clark. To the middle. Here's Wells. And the dunk by Wells.
I like the pass from Clark there, showing he can be a piece of the puzzle.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Bain comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. Harris kicks to Markkanen. Back to Harris. To the inside. Here's Collins. Aldama with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Bain. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Just look at the body of Bain. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
Bain against MP. Kicks it out to Collins. George passes to Harris. Pass to Kessler. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And the basket by MP.
And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
Now Wells. Outside, Bain. And he drives in. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Collins passes to MP. Back to Collins. MP inside. Guarded by Bane. And the basket by Harris.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Pass to Aldama. Now here's Wells. He's guarded by Markkanen. Wells dishes to Clark. And here is Bane. From 13, Kessler with the rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Harris up top, guarded by Morant. Morant with the steal. And so it's Utah going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. Be right back.
Welcome. They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
You know, right now for Utah, you really...
Thanks for spending half...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Lebowski, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. MP comes in for John Collins. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Sexton. And it's Collier in for George. And Memphis also making a switch. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Edey in at the 5, home in the paint. And for the Grizzlies, 2024 stand was marked by an unprecedented amount of injuries.
Well, Kevin, they used 51 different starting lineups. That's the most in NBA history. And they were also forced to use 12 injury hardship exceptions. That is just incredibly bad luck.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 18. Pass to Aldama. Rebounded by the Jazz. Here's MP. Tries to keep it alive. And so the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
Morant scanning the floor. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Utah Jazz with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Collier out there with Clark. Then there's Filipowski. Then there's Harris. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Gigi Jackson comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's Kennard in for Wells.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Pass to Kennard. Jackson a screen on Clarkson. Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds now tonight. For 3, Harris gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got 11 in the second half.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game, first here in this second half.
The Grizzlies call timeout. Here's Pippen. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying in the international game.
Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3, and the Jazz another 3.
Well, you got to get out on the young man, or else MP will just rack him up.
Pippen kicks to Kennard. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Harris. He shoots again, and the layup is up and in. Harris has got 33.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
1:52 left in the game. Clark the pass to Jackson. To the game.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
MP against Bain. Back to MP. It's Clark with the rebound. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Utah.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Left side, Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Goes up from the top of the key. MP grabs the miss. Now, here's Clarkson. Guarded by Bain. MP passes to Collier. MP outside. Here's the three. Misses the shot. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going.
Great win tonight, MP. Solid effort tonight on both ends.
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
You know, I haven't had a chance. It makes sense.
Look, emotions run high when a game has just ended, okay? All I'm asking.
All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes, Coach. You know I'm game. Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Which reminds...
Get ready to rumble, young blood. Let's keep this winning streak going.
Along with